Can money truly buy happiness? A Buddhist perspective. Can wealth truly buy us happiness? Or is genuine happiness something that lies far beyond the boundaries of material wealth? In our modern world, the idea that money equates to happiness is a belief held by many. Society often places immense value on financial success, seeing it as the ultimate path to joy and fulfillment. People pursue riches with relentless energy, convinced that acquiring a larger home, driving a luxurious car, or landing a high-paying job will finally deliver the happiness they long for. But the real question is, does money genuinely guarantee lasting happiness, or could true contentment be found somewhere else entirely, in a place untouched by currency and possessions? From a Buddhist point of view, happiness is not something to be purchased or stored in banks. It is not something that comes wrapped in possessions. Instead, happiness is rooted deeply within the mind, within our inner state of being. Let us explore the timeless Buddhist teachings on wealth, contentment, and the pursuit of true happiness. Indeed, money can buy many things. It can provide comfort, security, and temporary pleasures. It can ease physical hardship, allow access to better health care, offer experiences like travel or fine dining, and give us conveniences that make life smoother. These are real benefits and they cannot be denied. However, what Buddhism gently reminds us is this: these pleasures are fleeting. The joy we feel from buying a new smartphone, moving into a beautiful home, or wearing designer clothes is real, but it does not last. Eventually, the novelty wears off and we begin to crave the next big thing. Buddhism teaches us about dukkha, the suffering that arises from craving and clinging. The more we accumulate, the more our desires expand. Our mind, conditioned by endless wanting, rarely knows rest. Even as our possessions grow, so too does our hunger for more. In this endless cycle of wanting, we lose touch with the present and with the profound peace that comes from simply being. True happiness, as Buddhism shows us, does not emerge from the things we own, but from the state of our heart. Human beings long not just for comfort, but for deeper experiences: peace, love, purpose, and inner fulfillment. These are things no amount of money can guarantee. There is a powerful story from the time of the Buddha that illustrates this truth. King Pasenadi of Kosala, one of the wealthiest and most influential rulers of his era, often came to visit the Buddha. Despite his vast wealth, his glittering palaces, his armies, his gold, he often confessed feeling unsettled. During one such visit, he asked the Buddha, "Why is it that even though I possess so much, I still feel an emptiness inside me?" The Buddha, in his serene wisdom, replied, "A man who is not content with 100,000 pieces of gold will still desire more. But a person whose heart is at peace, even with little, is truly rich." This teaching reveals a deep truth. Wealth, no matter how vast, cannot fill the void left by discontent. Contentment, not accumulation, is the true measure of abundance. Buddhism does not claim that money is evil. Rather, it teaches the middle way, a path of balance and moderation. Living in extreme poverty can lead to suffering and hardship, but living in excessive luxury often leads to attachment, pride, and restlessness. The goal is not to reject money, but to develop a wise relationship with it, to use it for good without being enslaved by it. A wealthy person who finds beauty in simple joys, who can be grateful for a quiet morning, a shared meal, or a moment of stillness, will experience far more happiness than a millionaire who constantly chases more. True wealth is not defined by the size of our bank account, but by the depth of our appreciation for what we already have. In Buddhism, dana, the act of giving, is seen as one of the highest virtues and a direct path to lasting happiness. There's a profound story about Anathapindika, a generous and kind-hearted merchant who lived during the Buddha's time. He was known far and wide for his charity and devotion. One day, while visiting the city of Rajagaha, he heard people speaking of the Buddha. Deeply moved and eager to meet this great teacher, he went to find him. On meeting the Buddha, he was so inspired by the teachings that he vowed to support the spread of the Dharma. He found a beautiful grove of land owned by Prince Jada and offered to purchase it to build a monastery. The prince, thinking he was joking, said sarcastically, "Even if you covered this land with gold coins, I wouldn't sell it." But Anathapindika took his words literally and, without hesitation, began covering the land in gold. Impressed by his sincerity and generosity, the prince agreed. Thus, the Jetavana monastery was built, a place that would become one of the most important centers of Buddhist teaching. Despite his immense wealth, Anathapindika found his deepest joy not in acquiring, but in giving. The Buddha praised him, saying, "He who gives with a pure heart experiences the joy of true happiness." His story is a powerful reminder that wealth, when used to uplift others, brings a joy far greater than any material possession ever could. Another foundational teaching in Buddhism is anicca, the truth of impermanence. Everything in this life, including wealth, is temporary. A person may be rich today, but tomorrow, circumstances may change. The economy might collapse, illness might come, loss is inevitable. If our happiness is tied to things that can be taken from us, then our peace will always remain fragile. There is a well-known saying, "A rich man with a restless mind is poorer than a humble man who sleeps peacefully at night." Research studies have echoed what the Buddha taught thousands of years ago. After a certain point, more money does not significantly increase happiness. Instead, excessive wealth often brings more stress, more anxiety, and a heavier burden of fear. Fear of loss, theft, betrayal, or decline. True happiness, according to Buddhism, arises not from what we own but from how we live. Mindfulness and meditation guide us to reconnect with the present moment, to loosen our grip on attachment, and to cultivate gratitude. When we train our minds to be still and our hearts to be content, we discover a richness that no currency can buy. A person who can sit quietly and feel peace, who can smile without needing a reason, who can love without needing to possess, that person is truly wealthy. As the Buddha wisely said, the richest person is not the one who has the most, but the one who needs the least. So, can money buy happiness? Money can certainly buy comfort, and it can bring moments of pleasure, but it cannot purchase peace of mind. It cannot buy wisdom, love, or inner freedom. Buddhism teaches that true happiness flows from a heart that is free, from craving, from fear, and from attachment. When we shift our focus away from chasing wealth and turn instead towards simplicity, generosity, and mindful living, we find the greatest treasure of all, inner peace. Let me leave you with the timeless words of the Buddha. Health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. What do you think? Can money really buy happiness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found wisdom in this message, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on Buddhism, peace,